Hello ladies and gentlemen, Ford here from Ford's Tool Reviews. Today we're going to be talking about Walmart tools. I'm going to cut this video shorter than I recorded the last time for basically a rehearsal video. We're going to be doing this for 10 minutes, 15 minutes maximum. So, first thing I want to do is get a couple of things out of the way. I do have a plan to go to Northern Tool at some point. I also have a plan to go back to Lowe's and Home Depot. I have another uploaded video idea for this week that's kind of going to discuss with everybody about what's getting ready to happen with season change, what was going on astronomically last night, and where this pertains to the seasons, as well as what happens in the autumn. But that video is coming up. This is not that video. This video is going to be talking about Walmart's tool brands. Now, specifically, hyperTough, and why I would stay as far away from these tools as possible. Very first thing that I want to talk about really quick. I am not saying that you should not buy hyperTough tools. What I am saying is, these kind of tools are what you would throw in a toolbox, put in the back of your truck, put in the back of your car, put in the back of your van, put in the back of your work vehicle, and I would use it as it's raining outside, I need something quick, I don't want to destroy my nice Ryobi drill, which cost upwards of around $200 in some cases, depending on which one you get, or your Ryobi Impact. And why I would say that getting a crappy drill as well as a non-crappy drill might save you in some situations. The very first reason is we need to go, first of all, not the first reason, but first thing we need to do is talk about hyperTough. hyperTough is made out in China and distributed by Walmart Stores Incorporated. They bought the brand. I don't know who the parent company is. I have an idea of who it is, Black & Decker, but I'm not sure. I want to say it's either DeWalt, Black & Decker, or Stanley. There's no way that they're getting that plastic outsourced from just themselves. They've got to be getting it from another company. For anyone who's seen the hyperTough lineup, they've got a pretty decent lineup. Okay. You're not going to get as close to the big box stores, especially going towards Ryobi. We'll talk about that a little bit more later. Now, as far as I know, hyperTough showed up into Walmart in either recent years or it's been in the last 10 years. I'm going to give a 10-year timeline, maybe 20-year timeline of when they might have arrived in Walmart stores. And in that time frame, they have no claims to being better than Ryobi, Black & Decker, or DeWalt. One of the other tool companies I haven't mentioned is Matco. Well, Matco is Matco. I'm not a huge fan of Matco tools. They're decent. They do okay. That's where I'm going to leave it. But again, you know, it's all personal preference. Now, hyperTough, if I was to give it a rating between another company, I probably have to go with Harbor Freight on this one. hyperTough looks like the same plastic that's sold at Harbor Freight on Harbor Freight's drills. Not the newer ones, just the older ones. I'm not going to swear by that because I, again, do not have any insight or intel on that. It just looks like they do. But then again, they also look like a Ryobi kind of thing because they have, instead of being like DeWalt, where DeWalt is smooth in some of their tools, namely this tool is very smooth with the plastic. The Ryobi is a little bit more coarse, a little bit more, I'll say crudely put together. Some of them, not all of them. But it gives you a rugged look, and it actually does help to have that rugged look and that rigidity on that plastic part in case you can't get a hold of the rubber. Now, I am going to say this too. Do I think hyperTough can beat out the big box stores? I'm not going to say absolutely not. I will say that it's going to be a tough contest. One of the things I've noticed, because I've used a hyperTough drill that came from Walmart, is this thing, while it has decent power, it's not as powerful as, say, a DeWalt or a Ryobi. Maybe it might be, I don't know. It's definitely not as powerful as this thing. And it's definitely not up to par with Milwaukee or Cobalt. Now, one thing I have to remember, as well as every tool YouTuber, guys, all of these companies are outsourcing their parts. They're all doing it. They're all making the same parts, going off the same blueprints. Yeah, sure, they may change things a little bit, but they're going off the same blueprint. So anyway, yeah, that was my phone giving me a notification. You know, at the end of the day, I would say use what you love, but for me, hyperTough, let's just face it, it's, you know, this is a tool, a drill, a screwdriver, I think that make an impact. This is a tool, to be honest with you, I would take and I would throw it in the back of my car, truck, or SUV. I would throw it in a mobile toolbox and use it when I needed it. And if it was raining outside, you know, it's basically a throwaway tool. So anyway, guys, sorry this video is not as long as the last one. I'm going to say one more thing real quick. Walmart Incorporated, Walmart stores. I'm sorry to say this, and I have no offense to Walmart, and I mean no offense to Walmart, but they're not very well known for their hand tools, and they're not very well known for their power tools. And hyperTough can be a legitimate example of this. Hyphenate the words can be. You may find a diamond in the rough. You may not. You may get an absolute piece of garbage. Again, it's probably going to have to go on you and brand preference. Do you want to save money? Do you want to replace the tool? Are you willing to replace the tool? Are you willing to spend more money? These are questions I get all the time when I'm talking about electrical tools. At the end of the day, like I said before, you're going to have to make that decision. I apologize for the loud music in the background. It's all bass, but it's still pretty loud. I do apologize. Yes. So, decide for yourselves what you want to buy. For me, you may be asking, would I buy it? No, Walmart, I see what they're trying to do. They're trying to put up against Lowe's, Home Depot, Menards, Tractor Supply, Harbor Freight, Northern. But at the end of the day, guys, and some of them are even trying to compete with Craftsman, which Not really something I would do right now, be honest with you. I'm holding a Craftsman wrench right now, and it's pretty decent quality, but it's not great. This one is an American-made Craftsman, forged in America. So, anyway guys, that's it. That's all I got for you today. If you must buy a tool from Walmart, ask them about a warranty. That goes with every single tool that you buy, actually. Ask them for a warranty. And take the warranty. If it breaks, you can take it back to the store and tell them it was under warranty. As I said before, though, for me personally, I'm going to stick with Stanley, as crummy as they are. Black & Decker, again, as crummy as they are. Cobalt, which is pretty good. And Ryobi, which is pretty decent. As I said before, I'm not going to, start investing in Walmart brand tools. So thank you guys so much for watching. Have a nice day. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. Keep up the good work.